Alrighty, guys, we're back for some Domain Super Friends, and this is a Lost Caverns of Ixalan Standard Brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. Let's go over the Planeswalkers first. Got a couple Wrenn and Realmbreakers in here. This is a 3 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. That could really come in handy when we have, this is technically a 4-color deck. We do have all 5 colors in the mana base, of course, because of that domain, but got a +1 here. Up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with vigilance, hexproof, and haste until end of turn. It is still a land. Got a -2, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand, and then it's got that -7. You get an emblem with you may play lands and cast permanent spells from your graveyard, which could be absolutely disgusting, dude. For some reason, the opponents don't treat Wrenn and Realmbreaker as a threat. They'll usually just go face, I would say. But we'll see, man. I think Wrenn and Realmbreaker can be excellent. Got a single Kaya Geist Hunter. This is a 3 mana, 3 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker. Got a +1. Creatures you control get Death Touch until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target token. Creature token you control. Now, we do have great ways in here to generate tokens with all of our Planeswalkers, which we'll go over in just a second, but check out this -2 until end of turn. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead, so that could be insane, dude. Got a -6, exile all cards from all graveyards, then create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying for each card exiled this way. So obviously that doesn't really pair well with the -7 on Wrenn and Realmbreaker, but realistically, we're not looking at the bottom abilities on these Planeswalkers. We're really looking at everything else on these. So, well, we are looking at the bottom ability of Wandering Emperor, though. This is a good one. It's a 3 of in here. Maybe it should be a 4 of. we know Wandering Emperor. I'm not going to take the time to read it. We got Arlinn, the Pack's Hope. Here's one we don't get to see too often. It's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker, rocking Gruul colors up there. It's got Daybound, Nightbound, and it's always a lot easier than I think to go ahead and get it to nighttime. So I will read over both of these. So it's got this +1 until your next turn. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash. That doesn't really matter in here, but each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. That does matter. Those creatures don't have to be cast, so it's like whenever your tokens enter too, they get extra +1/+1 counters. That really does go a long way. Got this -3. Create 2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Nice. Going wide with this pretty easily, I would say. Creating 2 instead of 1 is like so significant, regardless of the fact that it's a -3 ability, right? On the Nightbound side, it's got that +2 that helps you ramp into more of your top-end Planeswalkers, or you could just go 0 and start slamming the opponent's face with a 5/5 wolf. That's cool. We got a single Ajani Sleeper Agent in here, 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker, rocking completed, so you can pay 2 life instead of that middle cost, except Ajani will enter with 2 fewer loyalty counters if you do that. So it's got a +1, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature or Planeswalker card, put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom of your library. So how often are you going to hit a Planeswalker? Well, we have 16 total Planeswalkers in here. So not bad, about a little over a fourth of the deck, right? So yeah, I think we'll hit one often, but it's also got this -3 that's not half bad either. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance until end of turn. So you are able to go wide with all this token generation, then giving everything counters could really go a long way. Got a -6 here. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a creature or Planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. Cool. Could be a win condition. Probably not, though. Our main win condition is just like the tokens and like the overall engine that the Planeswalkers will be creating. Got 3 Quintorius Kands in here. This is a 5 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary Planeswalker. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius Kand deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Now, this will really just be happening from the Discover ability, so it's got -3, Discover 4. I mean, look at all this great stuff, man. What if you go -3 and discover a Wandering Emperor? That just seems insane to me, man. We got a +1. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Yep, nice. Got a -6. Exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add a red mana for each card exiled this way. You may play those cards this turn. Now, again, we're not really looking at that -6 for this build in particular. We got a couple Urza Assembles the Titans in here too. So it's a 5 mana enchantment saga. with read ahead, so you get to choose what chapter this starts on. Chapter 1 you scry for, then you may reveal the top card of your library. If a Planeswalker card is revealed this way, you put it into your hand. Okay, you'll probably hit with that every time, hopefully. Maybe there will be moments where you scry all 4 to the bottom, and then that 5th card will be that Planeswalker. So you never know. You got this second chapter. You may put a Planeswalker card with mana value 6 or less from your hand onto the battlefield. So if you actually started on chapter 1, chapter 2 happens on your next turn and all your lands are untapped. You play a big old beefy Planeswalker, and then you tap your lands to play another big old beefy Planeswalker, and all of a sudden the opponent is crying, right? Chapter 3, you may activate the loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers you control twice this turn rather than only once. Nice. Pretty cool saga, man. I was gonna say powerful, but it's really just neat. It's cool, you know? Okay, the top end, we got the Eternal Wanderer, more token generation, also acting as a board wipe. And the +1, I don't know how often it'll come into play in this build. We're probably going to be just creating samurais with this more often than not. And of course, the board wipe really does come into play too. Got a couple of Vraska, Betrayal, Sting. This is going to be a good one in here. So it's 6 mana, but it does have the completed cost, so you could cast this down as 5 mana and then take 2 life. And then it'll start at 4 loyalty instead of 6 loyalty, which is fine because the 0 ability on this, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, but you also get to proliferate. And if you're proliferating and you actually have a couple other Planeswalkers on the board too, that could be wild, man. They're going to -2, acting as some removal. Target creature becomes a treasure artifact with, tap it, sacrifice it, add a mana of any color, and it loses all other abilities. I love that. It's a very neat -2. Also got a -9. If target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the the difference. So if you somehow manage to go -9 on Vraska and actually go -6 on Ajani, then I guess you might win with poison, right? So okay, that's all the Planeswalkers. So what about the domain side of this? We got all 4 Leyline Bindings, hopefully just playing that out as a 1 mana incredible removal spell. Got all 4 herd migrations, making sure we can grab our 4 colors of the build effectively. Life gain is really good on this too. And then of course, if you're casting it out on the 7 mana side, all those beasts really come in handy as well. Then we also have 3 Up the Beanstalks for card draw and a whole bunch of stuff that is mana value 5 or greater. We have 3 Bitter Reunions. Given our stuff, haste could really go a long way against certain builds, against other mid-range decks especially, making it so that way they don't actually get their turn to wipe all of your tokens that you just spent so much time gathering. So yeah, I think Bitter Reunion is going to be excellent in here. And then a lonely Go for the Throat. There's going to be moments where you go -3 on the Quintorius, discover 4, and hit a Go for the Throat, and it's just like not bad at all. Because if you go -3 for discover 4, you can't hit that Leyline Binding because it's a 6 mana card. So yeah, this could be your removal of choice, or it could be like another Planeswalker of your choice too, honestly. So the mana base, guys, I thought about it for a long while. I hope I landed on something decent with the mana base. Like we just have some basics here because we got to be able to grab basics with our herd migrations, right? And then we are leaning towards green and early white at that because of the Leyline Binding and the herd migration. We got Restless Prairie to potentially buff a nice wide board state of tokens, and then a whole bunch of the triomes to work with the domain, and hopefully I landed on something well there. We also have Mirrex in here too, and the big problem with some of these cards like Restless Prairie and Mirrex and whatnot is they're not a basic land type, so you never know how much that is actually going to get in the way with domain. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way at all in here, since we do have 12 of the triomes. Also, Who Endures is in here, Seat of the Empire. Do we just want more basic lands with all this? I have no idea. Honorable mention, Kaya almost made the cut, and there were a whole bunch of other Planeswalkers that I thought about, but I just didn't feel like they needed to be in the honorable mentions. It kind of feels weird having a deck like this that can that wants to play land all the time every turn and actually get into that late game and not have a terrific late game Planeswalker like this. We have other terrific late game Planeswalkers, obviously, but yeah, I don't know what I would drop for an Intangible Slayer though. Something to consider, I suppose. Okay, guys, hopefully that's everything. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I am double checking real quick. Okay, enough rambling. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. Right into that first game, guys. Let's go. Okay. What am I expecting from the build? I have no clue. I really don't. Domain's really good. Number one, the deck actually needs to like get the mana that we need. Like this seems fine, right? This is a good opening hand, I would say. Yep. Brushland. Okay. Nice, good stuff. Okay, we'll start with Jetmir's Garden then. Brushland, then we have the Herd Migration open. Subterranean Schooner. Okay, we could be in trouble. Doesn't have to be the Brushland. We can go Forest for the turn. Herd Migration Channel ability is open, which I suppose we'll do. And we have blue here. We don't have a black source yet, so we'll grab a Swamp. Power up the Schooner. Go exploring. This card looks so good, man. I gotta play more blue, huh? I'll wait till the very end. Sorry, opponent. Sorry about that. Virtue of Loyalty. Yep. I'm scared. We definitely got to get the ball rolling. I know that much. Grab the Swamp. And some removal would be good too. Okay, so if we play Swamp, we can play Wrenn and Realmbreaker. This might take some pressure off of our face, guys. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Vraska number 2, Up the Beanstalk. I'm going to go Up the Beanstalk here, since we already have Vraska in hand. Otherwise, I think the Vraska would have been the pick. But having 2 Vraskas could still be really good as well. Okay, Subterranean Schooner number 2. Power it on up. Swing at Wrenn and Realmbreaker. Yeah, okay. So what ended up happening here is Wrenn replaced itself with an Up the Beanstalk, and we ended up not taking 3 damage. That's kind of what that turn was for us. Or how we should consider that turn at the very least. Ajani, not bad. If we go Arlinn, we get a couple pops potentially. Eventually this Virtue of Loyalty is going to come down, untap their stuff, and just get outrageous really fast, so. Okay, let's go Arlinn for the turn. If they find a way to kill the Arlinn, then we still have Arlinn number 2. So that could be good. Plus, if we go like plus on the Arlinn here. Okay, Virtue, yep, get another 2/2. So yeah, if we go plus on the Arlinn here and play our second one, then go -3, then there'll be 3/3s with counters. So that could be really cool too. Guys, did I forget to go over any cards in the main build? I did that in the last one, and I feel like I forgot something again. I'm probably right. I probably forgot to go over something, because I was right last time, so. Found some spot removal for a 2/2. Now it would be a full swing at this Arlinn if they don't want it around. At this point, though, if they're letting us survive too long. Okay, now we'll keep the 2/2 around, and we'll let the Arlinn die. Or, yeah, all this, like, we're going to be in a tough situation regardless, I would say, right? Without seeing our early spot removal to take these out. Like, the Explorer obviously helps them tremendously. But we're still at 20, so the game hasn't even started yet. Oh, guys, and I also forgot to change, like, my card sleeve and everything. Oh, well. Everything, it kind of still works. Leyline Binding, not bad, so. It's probably Arlinn for the turn, right? Arlinn number 2. Binding's down to 1, though, and we could just go up the Beanstalk, keep the Binding open. Then we'll get a card draw, and we also have the map token for the turn. Okay, that's much better, right? I hope. You'd think, like, oh, getting another Planeswalker down would be better, but this could have been a counterspell, could have been a Make Disappear, for example. So they are rocking Esper colors over here. They have a cut down. Destroy Evil. Do I want to wait? Should I pick up a Knight and draw? We have 3 more bindings in the build at that point. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We replace the Leyline Binding while we have it. We get rid of one of their 5/5, right? That's huge. Yeah, we get the card draw. We buff the wolf potentially. Luxor, did I go over this? I forgot to go over it, didn't I? That could be pretty good against this build. I don't know if I want it, though, right now. I don't know if yeah. I don't know if I want that. They're just going to be swinging with this anyways. Do I swing? Gonna untap. Yeah. I'm gonna swing for the turn. I don't plan on blocking. And they're gonna be untapping anyways, too, so yeah, we're gonna be in danger. And also, if we didn't swing, they could have easily found spot removal, because look at the build so far. A couple get lost and everything, too, so tapping it down. Subterranean Schooner swings on in. Oh, nice, nice. I wouldn't have thought about that. Not at first, at least. By powering them both up, the Virtue will untap all of them and give all of them a buff. Cool. Plenty of mana. Vraska hits creatures, so if we hit like the Knight, then they might not have anything to power up. If we can keep Vraska around for a turn, this will be the second black source off the Mirrex. Let's do it. We go -2 on their 3/3. Yeah, if they don't have another creature to power up one of these, and then we're going to keep the wolf to chump block when it comes time. And then power that up so we can't swing anyways, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and keep this. Because I want to keep the Vraska alive at any cost. Yeah, I knew I forgot to go over something, right? I did forget to go over this. Sometimes these mid-range decks, man, they have so much packed in. Okay, so they got a 1/1, so that's going to be a problem as they continue to generate stuff every turn. Oh, I probably should have counted out my mana first before I did that. Because we could have potentially played just tapped land. We're probably going to have to use a Who Endures, probably on the Virtue. Then they play the second Virtue. So many tough decisions, guys. All right, let's get the Arlinn down. Let's generate more chump blockers. Then we're going to go draw on the...
You want to fight me?
Yeah, we wanted to get that down for the proliferate. We could do Ajani as well. Comes out as 3. Potentially get the +1. All right, I guess I'll do that. Take the 2. I apologize, opponent. Lots to think through here. We want to do all this beforehand, before we do the proliferate is the big thing here. Now we'll proliferate. Our hand nice and stocked. Oh, Leyline Binding. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Very nice. Very, very nice. We'll go plus on the Ajani. See what we see. Yep, getting the engine rolling. Bit of reunion. I'm gonna keep it. That'll be 2 to trade out. No, I'll send it. I'll send it. That's fine. That's fine. The other one's fine. -3. Arlinn's still at 2. Oh, they found removal for the 4/4. Yep, so our Planeswalkers are still in trouble a little bit. The second Virtue's coming down soon. Maybe Who Endures hitting the wedding announcement wouldn't have been a bad thing. Power up. They're going to do their dandiest to hit some of these Planeswalkers. This is going to be a lot for them to deal with. Bro, what a top deck for the opponent. Oh, how do we deal with that now? They got 4 Knights over there, guys. They can power up both of these. They do have a terrific full swing at whatever they want now. The -2 on Vraska's isn't going to be enough. And all of these on tap with the Virtue. Really neat deck opponent. Looks really powerful. I don't even know where to begin. As we have an incredible lineup over here. But that just completely outshined us. Buffing it. Oh, you know what? Eternal Wanderer. That acts as our board wipe of the build. So they're full swing, and they're making sure the Arlinn dies here, so I might as well keep my creatures back, unfortunately, because even if we block the big guys, the 2's still getting to the Arlinn.
Not fierce enough.
So they draw a card off of Wedding. Oh, did they just draw the Virtue? I guess that was the top card of their library. Restless Prairie. Okay, so it's going to be Bitter Reunion before anything else, right? Bitter Reunion, get rid of the Proving Ground. Yeah, once Wedding Announcement flips, their wide board state gets a buff as well. Ooh, that's a lot of land, guys. That's a lot of land. The counters from Ajani aren't going to keep up with their counters at all. So we better see if we see a Planeswalker off the top. Feel the top card. Eee, more land. That's not great. That's not great. That other bitter Reunion looking real good right now. So unfortunately, if we use a map token, we won't have the 6 for the Eternal Wanderer. But we better do that. Or did we want to go plus on Vraska first? Because the minus isn't doing too much for us. Wandering Emperor. Better keep that on top then. Not bad. Tough decisions, dude. Leyline Binding available. So is the Who Endures. Restless Prairie. I don't want to go -2. So I suppose we'll go for the Proliferate on the Vraska. Wandering Emperor in hand. Yep, that's cool too. Wandering Emperor available now. Leyline Binding or Who Endures available too, so lots to do on their turn. Okay, let's see what the turn looks like, because we're in trouble, man. Pretty cool match overall, though. It really is. You guys can see that the mana's not holding us up at all, which is good news. Virtue, get a 2/2, and then they still have 5 mana to go ahead and play the second Virtue. We'll see where the swings go, because it's probably going to be our removal over Wandering Emperor. Well, getting Wandering Emperor down for the turn could be really good too. So yeah, it depends where the swings are. An Eternal Wanderer is like really our best hope. There's the second Virtue. Let's see where the swings go. Yeah, we have a lot to do in hand, but it's probably Wandering Emperor, depending. We have a great double block into that schooner there. Take that out of the equation. Oh my goodness, dude. Where do we even begin looking at this? This is funny. So that's hitting. So the subterranean schooners are going for Vraska. Okay. And then 2, 3 things go in there. Oh, almost everything's going to Vraska. No, 3 things there, 3 things there. Okay, so we want to double block you. I want to save Vraska. I'm going to take out the schooner and let it hit 4 and then let the Ajani die. and then keep the other 2 things back. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that, guys? Because we could do 2 things. Save the Ajani, but I want to get Wandering Emperor on the board as something established here. Okay. -2. Take you out. We're going back up to 15. Yeah, like we had multiple things to do there, but overall, getting these off the board is huge for us, man. So Johnny's dead. Vraska's down to 2. Yep. Wedding announcement flips into the festivity. They double buff off the virtue. We are in desperate need to see our Eternal Wanderer, guys. So I guess we start with the draw on Vraska. More mana is not great, dude. Not great. That's not good. These have Vigilance, so I mean they all get untapped anyways. Alright, we gotta start getting rid of some of these. I wonder. Up the Beanstalk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still in desperate need. Okay, up the Beanstalk. We're gonna find that Eternal Wanderer eventually. Bitter Reunion. Yep. And then we have Leyline Binding open still. Wild time, man. Another up the Beanstalk. Wandering Emperor. Number 2, so let's get another chump blocker down to try to survive the turn. We'll see where the opponent ends up swinging, but it might be all to face, unfortunately. Oh. And I guess I'll play the plane, so that way we can cycle out the Jetmir's Garden next turn if we have to. Oh yeah, dude, we're in trouble. Overall, pretty neat, though. Like, our engine was doing a thing. Our opponent's engine was just a lot better this time around. I think it's a full swing to face. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so. Oh, no. Are we dead no matter what? Oh, man, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? Chump, chump. Oh, no. We're dead no matter what. Leyline Binding is not enough. Also, they could, like... They could have something here, too. Urza assembles the Titans. Man, that Scry 4 could go a long way. So 12 and then 17 damage. Great match, huh, guys? I really enjoyed this one. Really tough puzzle. We got, like, way too many lands here in the late game, but overall, it wasn't too bad. Great ways to filter out with, like, Bitter Reunion and whatnot. Great ways to just keep on drawing, too. Now it's 18 total damage. Did I drop the GG's already? Either way, GG's opponent. That was fun. Have a good time. So Eternal Wanderer is only a 2 of in here. We had 27 cards remaining in the build. So, you know, it's like, if we would have seen it, that would have been great. And it would have probably pulled us right back in. And then we could have started establishing with our Planeswalkers again. But only a 2 of means, like, it's not like we got significantly unlucky. If we had all 4 of them in here, then maybe. Yeah, nothing in the mana base holding us up. It was relatively easy to get all 5 of the domain on the board too, so that was good. See if we get to see more of our Planeswalker engine this time round too. Yeah, opponent goes first. Not a bad starter hand, right? Yep. Yep, I like it. Probably go right into that Up the Beanstalk. Just get it on the board. Uh-oh. Hello, opponent. Hello, buddy. Ooh, some Rakdos. This will be cool. Maybe it's Herd Migration instead for now. Grab our Swamp. Ooh, with Vraska here. It's probably Herd Migration, grab a Swamp, I would say. Yeah. We'll gain the 3 back from the Tenacious Underdog hitting our face too, so it's not bad. 3rd mana from the opponent. Swinging for 4. Taking the 4. And... gonna be like a graveyard trespasser or something. Something brutal, right? Got an Ob Nixilis. Oh, buddy. Okay. That's gonna be a problem. Let's see what they do with this. Probably Devil and plus the other one.
Finally, a new conquest.
I would think, right? Yep. Get the Devil and then go plus.
You work for me
And we
now,
take the damage, I suppose. I don't really want to lose anything in hand right now. So decline. Down to 12, back up to 15 with herd migration. Let's grab that swamp. Now, our turn really matters here, man, but everything's looking really slow compared to this Rakdos build going first, you know? Like, we could keep the Empire open, but what's that going to do? They're going to keep plussing these Ob Nixilis? All right, let's see the draw on Up the Beanstalk, and I think we are in some serious trouble. Okay, get the Restless Prairie down. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Something to consider there, by the way, guys, was playing the Swamp, playing Up the Beanstalk, and keeping the Jetmir's Garden open in case we saw a Leyline Binding. And Leyline Binding hits non-land permanent, right? So we could have taken out this one of the Ob Nixilis at the very least. Definitely something to consider. The route that I took was having the Restless Prairie come out tapped, so they go for the Blitz on the underdog. They plus both of these and we don't discard, then we're going to be in trouble. So it's probably going to be Up the Beanstalk, unfortunately.
Go ahead. Please.
And maybe the Forest. I don't want to take too much damage here, guys, because I think we could die next turn. And so while we have stuff to actually discard... Okay, this is only our turn 4. Only one red source on the board, so Bitter Reunion. I'm going to ditch the other Bitter Reunion. You have a go for the throat in here. Up the Beanstalk. Oh, dear. So we'll have our 4th. We play Seat of the Empire. We'll have our 5th for the Quintorius. We don't play Proving Ground. We get Up the Beanstalk down for the turn, right? We could see an untapped source off the top, so we can keep the Jetmir's Garden. Okay, guys. We're going to have to discard to at least one of the Ob Nixilis, I would say. Being at 10, if they blitz back underdog, that's 5 from the swing on their 5th mana. Yep, okay, 5 from the swing. Here it comes. Down to 5. We gotta see something terrific, dude. Quintorius, like, grab a Wandering Emperor, kind of like... like, that's how good it has to be. Even then, we're probably gonna die here, right? Not having any answers to their Ob Nixilis.
Defy me, and you'll
Be
lose.
Jetmir's Garden. And at this point, we could just discard the other one too. Not take the excess damage. Biggest issue here, guys, is they're going to do it again next turn.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I'll keep discarding. Because if we do hit something terrific on Quintorius, we might have a chance at survival. Like, Ob Nixilis is giving them huge value right now. And then Realmbreaker, okay. Well, let's see what happens. Quintorius, draw 2. Dude, if we can survive just one turn, then we might be able to get the ball rolling well enough here. Another Quintorius, that's not bad. Like, if we can get the ball rolling well enough, there's a chance. They might even swing at Quintorius for the turn, guys. Depending on what we see here. Luxor, Giada's gift. Oh no. We are going back up to 7 though. If they swing at Quintorius, they can easily just swing like Epicure over there. Still a little bit not hitting our face though, huh? The discard isn't bad if we take 2 from Ob Nixilis. Big problem here is the blitz back from the underdog again too, right? That is the lowest mana value card in the build to grab off of that Discover 4. So a little bit unlucky, I would say, but actually pretty neat too. If we can successfully get the other Quintorius down with a mana open, we could power it up as a creature to block. Either way, these Ob Nixilis are, yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to run away with the game. Still a neat enough one to see what happens, though. Opponent finds their 6th mana, guys. They could blitz back this underdog and just play another underdog for the fun of it. They're probably debating, do we just swing all to face and activate the obs? And I would say yeah, especially since we're tapped out, you know? They would be forcing us to discard off the Ob Nixilis. And then at that point, they have the -7 next turn, too. So they could go -7, have us lose the 7 life anyways. They're going to go 1 to Quintorius to take it out of the equation. So they're not blitzing back the Tenacious Underdog. They're playing a bit of a longer game here. Down to 6. What am I willing to discard here to not take damage from the Ob Nixilis? I don't know. The Proving Ground, probably. Because it's going to come down tapped anyway, so we don't have 6 mana Vraska. Even if we did, wouldn't be that great anyways. Oh, Beseech the Mirror, ping our face down to 5, grab a Sheoldred, right? Plus the Ob Nixilis twice. I mean, there's probably so many great things they could grab here. Oh, the one that doubles damage too. That would be a good grab. Would not be a bad one at all. I'm just happy we survived the turn, man. Well, as far as I know. The Sheoldred, yep, that's a good one. Good one to hit. Tenacious Underdog, and they still didn't activate the Ob Nixilis. They could totally set up for the turn. If they think we're going to discard, they could totally just get a couple Devils, too. That would be fine since we're so low. They are going to go Devil at least one time. Okay, and I will discard. Did not take that damage. Could be taking 2. Nothing I can do about that. Wandering Emperor. Oh, buddy. Well, it's probably Quintorius for the turn, though, huh? Draw 2. If we see it... Oh, we die from the draw 2 anyways. Good game, opponent. Yeah, Sheoldred was going to do us in regardless. So if I would have played... If I would have waited... Played Wandering Emperor on their turn. Like, we were just too low in general the whole time. We needed some of our removal for sure. Not too much removal packed in. We got our 4 Leyline Bindings and our Go for the Throat. That's the removal that's not on Planeswalkers, right? And we saw the Wandering Emperor there, which totally could have been a fine option for the turn. If they full swung, take out the Sheoldred, gain 2. It's just they still had the -7 on the Ob Nixilis, so it didn't matter that we were going to die to the extra draws. Oh my, this is a bad hand. Okay, we'll mulligan. I think we got 26 land in here, guys. We'll try to do a little better here. Oh. Oh, guys, this opponent goes first. Oh, oh, this is bad. This is bad, bro. I'll get rid of the Go for the Throat. That's like the only removal in our hand that works. Because we're not going to get this binding down anytime soon. And we're going to need to find more land off the herd, probably. Okay. Yeah, no, we had to keep the Go for the Throat over the Leyline Binding. No Triomes. That mulligan was brutal, man. That was a really bad hand. Starting hand. Drop the Forest. That's good to see. Because when we go Herd Migration, we can always find another... We could probably go for a Plains here. Hey, Eternal Wanderer. If Eternal Wanderer would have made an appearance in those last couple games, we might still be in some of those, huh? Although in that last game, we were struggling to get land down too, as we were discarding a lot to the Ob Nixilis. And if I wasn't discarding a lot to the Ob Nixilis, then we would have died a lot sooner too, so a little bit of a balance there to think about. And Dimir from the opponent. This is probably going to be pretty scary, man. Prologue. Okay. Oh, Dimir Poison. Yeah, because this has the Proliferate on it. Oh, this could be a fun match, dude. And I wish we would have drawn a little better here, but let's do our dandiest to make the draws happen, huh? Up to 23. So the life gain isn't going to matter at all, dude. If they're going poison. I wonder if it's going to be like full on just spell poison or if they're going to have some creatures too. Okie dokies. Have the Wandering Emperor available for their turn. We don't want to do it now. It'll just get countered. And they probably just keep the mana open anyways. Oh, do I do it now? Let's see. Let's see. This could be a Spell Pierce. Augury Proliferate. I'll wait for their turn, but there's a chance. There's like a... Oh. I guess I will wait for their turn. Maybe I had to full control to do it on the stack there, or maybe I accidentally clicked through it on the bottom. All right, let's see if it gets countered. Let's see. I gotta try it. I don't think holding back here would do anything for us. Woohoo! Hits the board. Let's generate a creature.
People must contend with me.
Maybe generate a creature. All right, let's do this. I'd love to see this Giada's Gift do something here too. Vraska's Fall. Aw, man. And they get a poison. We get a poison counter from that too. That's scary, man. We don't have the 6 for the Eternal Wanderer yet. Mirrex is fine for the turn. Giada's Gift is fine for the turn. Equip is 3, and then it's like any counters, but we don't have any counters on the 2/2. So it's better just to keep like Mirrex open with the Go for the Throat. And for 2. We also have Who Endures and Seed of the Empire open as well, so all that's great to keep open, I would say. Distorted Curiosity. Okay, cost 2 less. Yep, if we have 3 or more poison counters. So that cost 1 mana for them to draw 2 cards. Are they passing it back? Oh, no. Okay, let's go token off Mirrex. Vraska's Fall gets rid of our 2/2. Yeah, if they waited for the Mirrex token, then we would have dropped the Mirrex token instead of the 2/2. Urza assembles the Titans, dude. That is a legit option. And we can still keep these utility cards back then if we wanted. Let's see what we see. Let's see what we see on the Scry. And I'm starting right at the beginning here. Because we could... Okay. Ditch the land, grab the Wrenn. And we get a free Eternal Wanderer next turn. And then we can play Wrenn. I'm going to keep these back as utility. I think that's totally fine, man. Can't block, might as well get through while we can. Oh, man. I'm always surprised we don't see more variations of poison. I guess overall it's because we don't end up seeing... Like, they didn't, like, make any new poison cards from the new sets and stuff, so... Alright, Eternal Wanderer. Smacking onto this board, dude. We can exile this if we wanted to. They still have a ton open here. It won't have haste if we equip this. Let's get the... Oh, we got to get the second green source down. For the Wrenn and Realmbreaker, unfortunately. We still have Leyline Binding open, as well as the Go for the Throat. So I wonder if we just wait for the turn. Go ahead and counter here. Okay, they still have 2 mana available too. And you proliferate Return Voidwing Hybrid from your graveyard to your hand. Should we... I don't know. I think we try to outpace them to our best ability. I'll generate token.
Keep your eyes sharp.
I will swing with our 1/1. And should we use these on our turn? Before they draw? Or should we wait to see where they swing and if they play something more deadly? I guess we'll wait, but it's pretty sketchy letting them draw into like another counterspell or something, so definitely something to think about. Okay, now we should probably do ours, and I don't really want them to just immediately return that to hand, so we're going to go for the Exile on the hybrid. Not bad. Because now they don't have a swing into the Eternal Wanderer. The best thing they could do is find another Vraska's Fall. Although it says sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, we do still have a creature, so they'd want to remove that first. Restock their hand. Dude, this is scary stuff, man. If they remove Wandering Emperor, then our... Oh no, is it going to be a Vraska's Fall? The third one? What do you guys think? Like, they drew enough to find the third one. It is! So our Urza assembles the Titans, completely missing there. That's brutal stuff. That is a lot of removal from the opponent. We don't even get to power up the Eternal Wanderer. We do that on their turn because they could find, I guess, like a board wipe or something. At some point, we're hoping they fizzle out, but all they have to do, yeah, is just keep playing cards because we have 7 poison. This is tough business, man. Very, very tough. Do we get our 1/1? I still have 3 cards in hand, 5 mana open, guys. I do think this is theirs, as they only need 3 more poison counters. Eternal Wanderer. Wow. I'm going to play Seat to have 2 open to play around and make disappear, and we're definitely going to give this a shot. Really, really good draw. Oh no, bring the ending. Because we're corrupted, it just straight up counters it instead. And Anoint with Affliction. Guys, this deck is brutal, bro. Oh my goodness, they found a Voidwing hybrid. So everything we've had was successfully dealt with without any issues from the opponent. We might as well drop our Go for the Throat as we try to figure out how the heck are we going to reestablish something before we take 3 more poison damage. It lands. That's good news. That's good news, at least. Restless Prairie. That's not terrible. It's not. It's not terrific either, though. As we definitely just want to see more Planeswalkers. These Vraska's Falls, taking out all of our Planeswalker plays, is pretty rough, man. That being said, we're not really seeing too many of our Planeswalkers here, I guess. We've seen 4 of them in the top 18. So we still have 12 more Planeswalkers in the build. Speaking of which, so they go for the swing. We get the block trade because the Exile isn't worthwhile. And it trades because it has Death Touch. All right. Same concept here, though. Unfortunately, like, it's super sketchy to let them draw into like another counter spell or something, but yeah, Wandering Emperor was an excellent draw. Demand from the opponent. See the swing? Drop the Wandering Emperor. Their last card in hand. Okay. We go for the block. Because the -2, like I said, the life gain doesn't matter. Unless they have removal for the 2/2. Which I suppose would be fine. But then we're at 8, so they find the removal. We could trade Restless Prairie. Restless Prairie's pretty good, though. We could trade Restless Prairie into it. One less poison. It's worthwhile, isn't it? It's worthwhile. It's a land for one less poison when we're at 7, and the opponent has nothing remaining in their hand. So Kaya is a terrific draw, dude. Absolutely terrific. Let's go -2. -1. Mirrex tokens. You know what? We're going for it. We're going for the swing. Wandering Emperor. Look at this, dude. Look at the engine go. Neat stuff. Now, anything off the top that's not a land would be totally... Oh my goodness, bro. Path of Peril on the top from them. Dude, how brutal is that? Oh my goodness, man. The +1, we'll put that on the Wandering Emperor. We'll create the extra token so we can go +1 on the token. That was something else, man. That was a top deck and a half from the opponent, for real. Okay, so we end turn, keep the Leyline Binding open. I was thinking maybe we trade Luxor over to the Kaya, just in case they find more removal or spot removal. Okay, opponent's at 11. I am going to pick that up with our Leyline Binding. Yeah, they need their card draw for sure. Okay, so we're going to start with +1 on the Wandering Emperor. That's pretty significant. +1 on you. Was there? Wait, was there? No, there wasn't a way to win this turn. Big damage. Come on, guys. Let's get that Arlinn down. Oh, I don't have a red source. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, I was gonna say Arlinn's really great, but yeah, no, finally the mana base is holding us up a little bit. Our red source would have been Mirrex. To drop a nice G opponent. I won't take your time. Oh, I was gonna say I'll just swing in right away instead of playing anything. Hey, there's our red source on the proving grounds. GG opponent. That was brutal stuff, dude. Holy cow. You battlefield. We finally showcased the capabilities of the build. No red source there. That was pretty sketchy. The starting hand was really, really bad too. So I'll tell you what, probably would have ended a turn sooner if they didn't drop that Path of Peril. That was a top deck, bro. Oh my goodness. Wandering Emperor giving itself counters with the Luxor. This Luxor actually coming into play in the last game. How sweet was this, man? That was awesome, dude. Holy cow. Okay. Let's go over the build one more time. Nice, nice. Getting our quest done. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Domain Super Friends. Fun time, dude. Oh, what was that? Oh, my 4th Ogier Axonal. Cool, cool. Where did I get that? What did I get that from? Must have been clicking through it. All right, here's the deck list again, guys. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. The problem is, I think it's super janky in comparison to the other domain builds, which honestly, we haven't been seeing too much of the other domain builds. We're definitely seeing it here and there, right? Like Atraxa on the top end and everything. But on the note of jank, if the opponent slips up even in the slightest, I'm not talking like misplays, I'm talking like their deck, if it slows down for like one turn and we're able to establish anything, then we can seriously get the ball rolling, which happens to be kind of like Planeswalker specialty, right? Like you get a couple of them on the board and you get like that ball rolling and that engine going. And it can be absolutely wild. So really cool stuff. Had a lot of fun with it. I drop a Beanstalk, I think. That's like something I was thinking already. Down to 2 of these would be fine. There are going to be moments where, yeah, it's a little slow. I would just go up more removal, probably that second Go for the Throat. So go down to 2 Up the Beanstalks. Another Go for the Throat is going to be completely fine. Removal is kind of necessary overall. But also, down in the comments, make sure you guys let me know what Planeswalkers should have been in here, right? Because there are so many to choose from for 4 color. Maybe we should have made it 5 color Planeswalkers and checked out some of the blue Planeswalkers or some of the blue cards that could have gone in here too. Let me know. So our red sources, all 4 Proving Ground, all 4 Jetmir's Garden, Mirrex for 1 turn, and a mountain that we could have found with Herd Migration. Yeah, a little bit weird of a last game as far as drawing goes, as that opening hand was particularly... Yeah. That opening hand was really bad, and then not having that red source was kind of weird, right? 9 red sources in the mana base with 4 Herd Migrations to seek one out. Actually, we used a Herd Migration early on to grab a Plains, didn't we? To make sure we had double white on Wandering Emperor. That's another thing, guys. The mana base is going to hold you up in this way more than the normal domain build, I think, because that other domain build runs a lot more basics. Then they run like cards like Topiary, Stomper, and stuff like that too to help mana fix a little bit more effectively. So Urza Assembles the Titans was really cool. All the Planeswalkers were really cool. Had a ton of fun with this. Even the one of Luxor Giada's Gift was awesome. And yeah, when I went over the deck, I'm pretty sure I did forget to go over this, right? I don't know why I'm doing that. Last 2 videos. Oh, also, guys, hey, we got that Discord link as well as that Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. That Patreon is a terrific way to help support the channel. So, you know, I don't say it enough. Thank you to all my patrons, for real. Always feel free to drop me more patron suggestions over in that Discord as well. Everybody feel free to drop me suggestions, honestly. I look at all of them. I just prioritize the patron suggestions first, right? So, guys, if you made it this far into the video, for real, y'all are champions. We almost hit that 1 hour mark. Oh my goodness. I will see y'all in the next video.